Hey, what is up guys? In today's video, I'm going to tell you what I think is the best portable RGB light for around $20. And that light is the Weeylite S03. Now, depending on where you look and what sales are going on, this light ranges anywhere from about $20 up to about $25, but it usually hovers somewhere between that $20 to $24 mark everywhere that I've seen it since it's been out. This is an absolutely tiny light. It's about the size of a credit card and no thicker than a deck of playing cards. You can easily throw a few of these into your kit bag without taking up much room whatsoever. Now, on top of being tiny in size, these things are also extremely lightweight. Now, in terms of what these little lights are capable of, they can do the full RGB spectrum as well as your white spectrum from 2800 Kelvin up to 6800 Kelvin. Now, being able to go through both sides of the color spectrum like this is going to make these little lights extremely versatile. Now, keep in mind, due to the size, these aren't going to be great for lighting up full models or talent, or let's say if you're vlogging or something, it's not going to give you a ton of bright light like what I'm getting in this video now. Now, if you're out in a very dark room or outside in the dark and you use one of these on your camera when you're vlogging, you will get enough light to show your face, but in some cases, it's still gonna be better than nothing. Now, if I had to give you one thing that these lights are probably the best at, it's going to be the product videography and photography. For when you're shooting smaller things that are closer to scale to what these lights are, you could have 2 or 3 of them on at one time on your product, just giving it some different lights, whether it be a little bit of background light behind it or colored lights directly on the unit, just to give it a little bit of flair. Now, in terms of runtime, depending on what brightness you keep these at, I've been able to get about an hour to 2 hours out of these on a full charge, and it doesn't take very long to charge them back up as the units are so small. Now, I personally have 5 of these, which allows me to keep them all charged. And if I'm doing a long-term shoot or I'm doing a bigger photo shoot where I need to swap these out, I can swap these out as the batteries die, throw one on the charger, and essentially never run out of them and keep being able to use them for whatever I want to do. Now, one of the things you're going to notice about this light is there are no onboard controls. This light is 100% app controlled using either the Weeylite app or the Weeylite Pro app, which is the newer replacement for the standard Weeylite app with a new redesigned interface that's a little bit easier to use than the standard Weeylite app. In terms of connection, these connect near immediately to the app. I've said a dozen times in other Weeylite Light videos that the Weeylite app is currently probably the best light app that I have run across for any of these type of small RGB lights. A lot of them that you use have tons of connection issues, whether it be connecting to the light in general or disconnecting from the light while you're using it. I've not had any of those issues while using the Weeylite app on any of the Weeylite that I use. You're easily able to connect multiple of these at one time to the app and then cycle through them if you want to have different colors on each light, or connect them all to the same channel if you want however many you have of these using the same color light. Now, in terms of mounting options, unfortunately, these are not magnetic, and that is one of the things that they most likely did to keep the price down a little bit, as well as keeping the weight down, because anytime you start adding magnets to things, you're going to make them heavier. You do have a single threaded option for if you want to put this on some type of tripod or small mounts. Now, for reference, I'm going to show you what this light can do in a darker situation just on me in this video scenario right here with how I have my camera set up. So I'm going to turn off all the lights that are currently on my face and use only the Weeylite just so you can see how much light this can put out in a short range situation. All right, I've now cut off pretty much every light that shines on my face. As you can see, I'm extremely dark. You can see a little bit of color in my background, but I'm going to cut one of these little Weeylites on just to give you an idea of what it does light up. All right, I am going to sit this directly on the end of my camera lens, which is currently about 2 feet from me on the desk, and it's sitting right there. And we are going to see where we were at. All right, I'm going to put it at 5,000 Kelvin. And we are currently at 5%. So at 5% at about 2 feet away, this is the type of light you're going to get on yourself if you're in a vlogging situation or you're just shooting a video for YouTube. Now, this is with the light up to 50%. As you can see, it starts lighting you a little bit better, and you're still getting decent light here, like on your chest and on your face. And then if we cut it up to 75%, this is what it looks like at 75%. Now, as you can see even from this, if this is really your only option, it's still going to give you a decent amount of light for how small this unit is. Now, if you're vlogging, you're not gonna have the light as far away from you as what I do now. I put it where it is just so I got a better spread of light on my face to kind of give you an idea what it would look like if you put it on, let's say, a little tripod or something, if you have a video setup going and you just want to get some light on your face, or if you're shining this on a subject that you're doing video of, or even photography. If you're in a more of a like a vlogging situation, now cutting this back down to 5%, this is probably about the distance you're going to be using it in a vlogging situation. It's about this far. So it's still going to put a decent amount of light on your face from this little unit right here. All right, now if you wanted to do a color light, this is what it looks like with color. It's going to be the same 2.5 feet away from me. We're at 50% on the light right now. And we can go through the full color spectrum. All right, so now we're back to the standard studio lighting that I started this video out with. Now, I am keeping the light where I had it for the light test because I'm going to show you what it would do if you want to use this as an accent light. So while I have all my standard lighting on, we are going to cut this on, and as you can see, it immediately adds a little bit more brightness to my face right here. But what if we wanted to add a little bit of color? Now we can add a little bit of green. You know, if we wanted to add a little bit of pink, you know, whatever color you want to add, this is still more than bright enough to show up even when you have other white bright light sources in your video. Now, considering how small this light is, that's pretty cool that it's able to output what it does. Now, other than the RGB and your white light cycles, this light does have some special features as well, just like many of these RGB lights do. On this specific light, they're not as great though. I mean, you have your television mode if you want some effects, fireworks, RGB, the same standard 10 to 15 effects that you have on other lights are on here. I don't really have a need for any of them. I don't use them for anything, but for someone who might want to try something a little bit different, they are there for you to use. Now, as you've seen from the B-roll, these lights come in 4 really cool colors, so you can kind of pick the one that's good for you. Now, if you're getting multiple of these and you like to label your lights, the different colors on the back may even help with that because you could use a different color for a different thing and be able to quickly glance at the light and see exactly which one that is for what. Now, if you guys have any additional questions about this light, please don't hesitate to ask down in the comment section below as I respond to most comments. If you're interested in getting this light, I'm going to leave some Amazon links down in my description. As of the making of this video, they do have a 10% off coupon code, and those coupons and prices do fluctuate all the time. So depending on when you see this video, the pricing could be different. Now, that's going to wrap up this video on the Weeylite S03. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps the video greatly. It also helps the channel. If you want to see more videography, photography, technology related videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell notification, that way you get notified anytime I put out a new video. And with that being said, until next time.